Yes.
Change is good.
Change is good.
Change is very good. And actually, that is a great segue into our guest today.
Yes.
Hi, Paige. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I am doing very well. Even better now that you're here, because you're going to brighten our days with some excellent dog stories. And you tell us a little bit about what's going on with you and your nonprofit.
Sounds good. Well, my nonprofit is called Pawsitively Furever.
Positively.
We are based out of southwestern Ontario, and we are foster-based rescue for dogs. We are 100% volunteer-driven, and we are 100% donation-based. So basically, we work for nothing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Good to know.
Yeah. So this started as a passion project. My son, Allie's godson, was born, 19 months ago. Hard to believe.
Oh, wow.
Time flies.
It does fly. And my little rehoming organization turned from small to large. We became an incorporated nonprofit, and we are actually now a registered charity in Canada.
Very cool.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So
we should definitely dig into that process.
Oh, it's a process.
Yeah.
It was a long process. There was a lot of wine to be had.
Yeah. Let's well, here. Cheers. Cheers. You're here. We're doing the epi.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Yeah. I can't wait to hear about all of this stuff.
Yeah.
Because you know me, I love doggies.
Yes.
I have a soft spot for rehome doggies,
Yes.
particularly the crazy ones.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you get a few of those
Oh, quite a
coming
few.
coming through there,
Quite a
but
few.
not all bad dogs by any means. They're all amazing in their own little way.
Unfortunately, they've generally been let down by humans.
Yes.
And that is what leads them to my care normally.
Well, that's
Normally.
unfortunate, but then fortunate turn of events, I guess, because they end up
Absolutely.
with you. So
Yes. So we have helped a lot of dogs. Last year, we rescued 109 through the rescue between May and December. And so far, 2025 is aiming to be a lot bigger. We have had 90 dogs brought into the rescue. And so far this year, we have 70 adopted.
Wow.
So it's been cray-cray.
that is a lot of dogs.
It is a lot of dogs.
Can you? Where do they all come from?
Well, that's a great question. So we work kind of in all aspects, which some people do not like. And I know it's a hot button topic. But we do help locally. We take in a lot of local surrenders. Additionally, we help our Manitoba partners in our Northern Ontario, most of them coming off reserves. And we also help in Puerto Rico and in Texas.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Puerto Rico and Texas.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Puerto Rico is about the size of Algonquin Park.
Okay.
And there's over 600,000 strays on the island.
Wow.
What the fuck?
Right? They don't have a humane society. They have rescues that work on the island. They don't have a spay and neuter program that's active. So a lot of these dogs, unfortunately, just keep reproducing.
Yeah,
Just breeding.
making puppies every day, all day.
And to put in perspective, if you take one unfixed male, one unfixed female, and
8.
their offspring over 6 years, do you want to guess how many puppies they produce?
Oh shit! It'd be like 6 to the power of 8.
67,000.
Okay, so what? Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Oh my
So-
god.
What's 6 times 6 times 6 times
Right.
6 times 6? Right.
Wow.
So hashtag spay and neuter.
yeah.
Jesus.
For a lot of reasons, because unfortunately this is what's gotten a lot of countries into
Yes.
the situations they're in.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for shedding some light on this because those numbers are freaking
Cray.
astronomical.
It is crazy. That's
is
wild.
fucking nutsos.
That's
Yeah.
wild.
Most people don't realize it's that bad. And I mean, it's,
Algonquin Park too.
Yeah.
yeah. So think that size and then put 600,000 strays on that.
No, thank you.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, Algonquin Park is just fine the way it is, but like,
Yeah.
wow, yeah, that is that's something.
Yeah.
Holy, so like, what? I don't even want to know what did like. Again, when we get talking about dogs, I immediately think of like the worst case scenarios for all of these dogs, and it starts to break my heart immediately because.
Yeah.
Where's your water? Where's your food? Where's your
Yeah.
owner? Where's your house?
So-
Where do you sleep? Who are your friends?
One
Who
of-
are you?
exactly.
You little cutie,
Well,
right? Like,
exactly.
well, they're not cutie at the moment. Maybe when you find them, because they're like But, you know.
A lot of them want the love, though.
They want the love, for sure.
Yes.
They're dogs.
Yeah. So I'll give you a story. So when I started working with my Puerto Rican partner, we brought up a dog from Puerto Rico. Her name was Reina. And when we brought her up, she had a puppy at her side named Pekka, who actually now lives locally to Mitchell. And
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that so goddamn much. Like, right now.
Yeah, shout out to Victoria if you're listening.
Shout out to anybody near Mitchell who adopted a dog recently.
Named Pekka.
Pekka, what's up?
But Reina came up and she actually had burns on her back and her tail had been cut off because unfortunately in Puerto Rico, they basically treat the dogs there like they're vermin because there's so many. So chances are she probably had hot water poured on her to try and keep her away from somewhere. She also, unfortunately, had sexually transmitted cancer. So she had a tumor that kept growing and causing prolapses and all kinds of stuff. So we did 3 rounds of chemo, and then she got to go off to her forever home, and she's living her best life.
Wow.
That's amazing.
That's Reina?
That's Reina.
You were telling me about her earlier, right?
Yeah.
That was the one. Yeah.
So that's Abby. That'll be my next story.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah,
there's a lot of these
dogs.
little tear jerkers here coming up. Yeah, for sure.
No, there's quite a few, but I mean, she was kind of my first real wha-bam, this is Puerto Rico. And not all of them are like that. Like Duke wasn't like that. A lot of our other puppies weren't. It was just, she truly did show you what it was like.
Wow.
You want a tearjerker? Read Dead Dog Beach. Like that says enough because it will tell you all about what it is actually like or was like 10 years ago in Puerto Rico.
Don't judge a book by its cover, but that one's probably got a pretty tough cover.
And the gentleman,
and I'm judging it.
The gentleman was actually from Canada.
Okay.
That wrote it, and he moved down there with his wife because she was working there, and he kind of fell into the dog land down there because it's not hard. But I'll leave it at that.
I'm like, yeah.
And then we work with our Texas partners. So Texas is very similar in that it is actually the highest dog and cat per capita in the States. So
really?
So as of August 24th of 2024, they figured that there was about 1 million stray dogs and cats in Texas, just Texas. So they actually, pretty well every shelter down there is actually a euthanization shelter.
Wow.
So dogs and cats are euthanized every 3 seconds in Texas.
Oh my God.
Based on those numbers. And they don't care. They don't discriminate. The dog has literally a lifeline in a shelter down there, and if that lifetime is met, so let's say it's 3 days, it doesn't matter if they're old, young, puppy, they don't care. They don't discriminate. That dog is euthanized if it's not rehomed or taken. So I'm fortunate I actually get to work with the feeders who go around and feed all the strays that aren't taken in by animal control. And oftentimes we are able to help some of the most deserving because they are the ones that don't get any attention. And oftentimes they're the ones that are riddled with mange or wounds from being shot or run over. So we're pretty fortunate in that regard. We have a number of feeders that we work with and they take them in, they get their vet work done. And then I work with a partner who actually helps me bring them up here.
Cool.
And we find homes for them.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's
incredible.
What are some of the, what are some of the biggest obstacles when you're doing all this? Like transportation, obviously, probably costs and...
Yeah. So we're really fortunate. We have some great transportation companies that we work with. And they come up pretty regularly. We've done some pretty big loads, like last weekend. We had 23 dogs come into care, all going into foster or forever homes. So that was huge. And that was one that was completely us. We also have worked in partnership, so to speak, with other rescues to help, fill the load. Because to try and place that many dogs all the time is not easy. Some of the other, I guess, heartbreaks is trying to figure out, which dogs do you take?
There's too many of them.
There is, and unfortunately, it's the spay and neuter aspect, right?
I think we're gonna have you on this show a lot. I think we're gonna help you a lot, and I mean that because I fucking love dogs so much,
You
And
know,
like, I don't even like thinking that you just had to be like, which one do you pick? Because if it was me, I'd be like, well, what? Like,
Send
how
them
can
all.
Can I get
Yeah.
some in my freaking suitcase and like
it sounds
carry
bad,
you on
and
my shoulders? And,
I feel desensitized saying that.
Yeah.
But the reality of the situation is when you run a rescue and you don't have a shelter, you have to find foster homes.
Mm-hmm.
And those foster homes have to be capable of handling X, Y, and Z.
right.
And oftentimes when you get one of these dogs, you have no idea what you're getting. You could get a behavioral case. You could get a dog that hates cats. You could get a dog that doesn't like other dogs. You could get a dog that hates kids. You
Or
could
hates people.
Exactly.
Like,
Like, you don't know what you're getting.
Absolutely.
So we have to do our best to try and choose that based on what fosters we have available as well.
Yes.
And we're fortunate we have, I would say upwards of 40 fosters right now. And these are all homes within Ontario that are like, yep, I'll take in a dog, I'll give it the time, I'll give it the love so that we can find it a forever home.
I mean, I can totally see myself signing on for this just at a different point perhaps in my life, right? Like there would be a certain time where I would be like, yeah, I'm the guy that could, I could see us doing that 100% because like we love dogs, but we also realize like we don't need to have every single one of them, but we can help them along.
My husband's still trying to convince me of that.
I was gonna say there's definitely been days where you're like, so I have some extra dogs right now.
Right.
That's a pretty typical thing in our household.
Or a dog just had 10 puppies in my garage.
Also, yes.
Yes.
That's not abnormal.
That is a story that you have to tell, the one where you had to get the puppies seized or something.
Yeah, there's been a lot of stories. And then, so that's our Texas Connect. And then we work with Manitoba in Northern Ontario. So I work with the awesome Nicole Sellers, who actually just started her own nonprofit in Manitoba.
Oh, nice.
Shout out.
Yeah, shout out. And I'm really excited to be working with her. Mm-hmm. She has really helped shed some light in what goes on up there. We recently just took in a dog through her named Hope. We actually got to name her, and the reason that we named her Hope is because she has all the hope in the world. She is a 9-month-old chocolate lab who has already had puppies.
Oh.
And
oh my goodness.
She is heartworm positive. And for those of you that don't know how much heartworm costs to treat in Ontario, it is exorbitant. So we have put a lot of funds into helping fix this dog because she deserves it. She's 9 months old. She's like bouncing. Like she literally was hanging out at the paramedics' doorstep waiting to be taken. And I saw her, and I'm a bit of a sucker, I think, since having a baby for mamas. And I'm like, I take all the mamas. But yeah, so we do a lot there. And then the locals. The locals are probably the hardest. I'm not going to lie. Mostly because I like to believe in humanity, and to have people so close that unfortunately maybe aren't treating their dog so nicely.
Right. Fair enough.
It's hard to think of this happening in your own community.
Yeah.
It is. And I mean,
backyard.
Yeah. So here's a really good story, and I'm not going to give names, but this is a pretty good example of people that kind of get carried away, and they maybe should have spayed or neutered before. But we were actually at an event for the rescue at a fall fair, kind of showing off and telling people about us and, getting our information out there. So we were new last year. And we had somebody walk up to the table and say, hey, I have 9 puppies I want to surrender. And then he took our card and walked away. And I was like, what? So I was at home, get a call, and they're like, yeah, this guy just came up. And I'm like, well, we can probably place them, but I need more than just I have 9 puppies. Mm-hmm. So literally one of my directors ran through the fair to find this person, and she had me on camera, and it turned around, and it was somebody I knew.
Oh. And
I'm like, oh, well, shit.
Yeah.
So we had a bit of a back and forth, and 2 days later I said, okay, I'm just going to come get them. This is enough. So unfortunately, I think the family had maybe fallen on hard times, and they were staying in a trailer, and so I drove out to a conservation area, and I'm like, all right, here we go. And I drive up, and there's the trailer, and then there's a pen outside, which looked like basically a baby pen, and there was a tarp over top. And he opens the tarp, and there's 7 puppies. So Mom attacked and killed 2,
oh my
and
God.
I only had 7 left. So we actually called them my alcohol litter, because there was a lot of alcohol after that litter. But these poor pups were, I didn't know if they were going to make it. I'm not going to lie, because they were in such shitty condition because Mom stopped feeding them. And unfortunately, I don't think this family was prepared for this. Fortunately, none of them died in our care, and we were able to find them all homes.
It's amazing.
That's so good.
They're all living actually in southwestern Ontario now. But, I mean, like, that's local.
Yeah.
So, and it's not abnormal every day. I get a call about, so-and-so has this dog, or we get surrender requests, and we can only accommodate so much.
Well, that's the other part of that whole nuanced conversation is that I can feel for anybody that loves their dog to death and then they lost their job and they gotta still feed the kids, and you know what I mean? Like, it's it's one of those things that just makes your heart break for whoever I'm not thinking of anyone in specific. I'm just thinking of all the times that I've had to make a tough decision, not necessarily about food or anything, but just being caught at a moment when you're like, the bill for that came due and the bill for that came due, and
which one do you pay?
Which one do you pay? Who gets fed first? It's a tough spot to be sitting in, and so like there's certainly a lot of empathy for pet owners, because I don't think everybody goes into pet ownership thinking, I'm gonna fucking purposefully not feed this dog, like that.
I think that
there's probably the odd person, but it's a really tough thing because, and again, it makes me feel like, fuck, if I had the money, I would be the guy. I would be like, yeah, sorry, I got 100. I brought home 100 dogs. We got a silo of dog food. It's okay.
But then we're the ones in that position, so it's
right.
like,
I know it just transfers.
I know exactly.
It's tough. It's such a tough subject to deal with. So good for you for stepping in and saying like enough is enough.
Well, and it really comes down to, unfortunately, and I was saying this earlier, like, our animal welfare system's broken. And the crisis we're in here in Ontario with animals, it's not just an Ontario crisis anymore. Yes. It's a worldwide crisis.
Yes.
We went through COVID. Everybody thought it was great to have a dog. Yeah, I'm going to go there.
Yeah, you got us a COVID. You got us a COVID
I
dog.
Did.
Sorry, not sorry. We got a COVID dog, so.
But from you. Yeah. But not from you. And I'm not even blaming you. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
But the reality is that people went crazy and they bred dogs and they did all these things, and dogs were a high ticket item because you were at home, so you could spend all the time. But guess what? Then those dogs didn't get the proper vet work they needed. They didn't get socialized. Now they have behavioral issues. And then to boot, they're not up to date and they're not spayed or neutered. Mm-hmm. So then they run into this problem that they're like, oh, my dog's having issues. I can't have it around my kids. I can't take it out in public. Well, obviously.
Yes.
Yeah. You really just described a perfect storm of unencumbered breeding and fucking non-disrupted emotional problems with animals in general. Whoa. Yeah.
And that's
weird to think COVID would have had implications like that on animal species, right? Yeah.
Yeah, like people feel so slighted or like so, changed and affected by a COVID time period, but you don't think about the animals or the other beings that are within our communities and within our homes and how it impacted them.
Yeah.
Them. But I mean, I also wonder, what was the world population change at? Like, did it go up? Like, were people started? I'm wondering. That's an honest question.
Well, you gotta get busy somehow.
I bet you people got real fucking busy.
Well, I can tell you they got busy making puppies.
Well, I mean, if they're
I also imagine things like, I wonder how that coincides with all the rates, like divorces, renovations, like home gyms, babies,
Yeah, it's crazy. And it's crazy how something like that can affect us so much. And I mean, unfortunately, in the industry that I'm a part of now, we are dealing with the ramifications of it now.
Yeah. Well, good for you for putting in the good fight. I mean, that's all I can say on that. Like, I will do whatever I can to help you, because I'm sure this is not an easy position to be in day after day after day.
I keep telling people rescue is ugly. It is really
fucking
ugly.
right.
Like,
you're like the superhero of dogs. You're fucking coming swooping in like, I'll fight for you.
And we have to be their advocate. That's my goal. Yeah. My goal is to be their advocate and to reduce suffering. Right. That is the goal of this rescue, particularly. And what I can tell you is that it's a fight that I cannot say I was fully prepared for when I entered this. Mm-hmm. And I wasn't prepared for, like in any industry, bullshit, drama, rumors, nonsense.
Yeah.
Among other rescues.
Yeah, what?
Yeah, let's hear about it.
Oh.
Do we got time for some tea?
Oh, yes. There's the tea.
I
Oh,
want some
shit.
tea.
Let's have some tea.
You know, like, much like any industry, we're gonna have our ups and downs, but as a new rescue that has entered the scene, it's hard. It's really hard. Because,
Why?
Because other rescues are going to judge you on your decisions. That's why. Other rescues are going, and they do, and it's ridiculous because I'm like, I want to work with everybody. I mean,
fuck
going.
that. Yeah, we're putting an end to that right here, right now. No more judging rescues. Like, I need to talk to all rescuers everywhere and say thank you.
Yeah.
And there's no drama. All of us who don't rescue are saying thank you. Fuck, come on.
You guys
That's
know
wild.
Me, you
That's
guys
so
know me
wild.
really well. You know me well enough to know that I don't do confrontation and bullshit.
No.
We had a very sick dog for unknown reasons about a month ago, and I lost him. And I stayed up all night, and I made a video about, like, you know, these are the ugly days of rescue. And instead of having empathy, there was some people that decided to just question our good shot.
I got one.
Question our vet work. And question, you know, the choices we made.
Oh my God.
And then fast forward, one of our fosters, her dog got sick. Very similar symptoms. We went, and it was only a couple of us that knew. And long story short, somehow the rescue world found out, and I was getting messages from other rescues that I'm closer with and asking, well, what's going on, and blah, blah, blah. And we heard this. And I mean, there was only a select amount of people that knew about it. And apparently it was a conversation. And I'm not a confrontational person. I'm here for the dogs, and I will do everything I can for the dogs. I mean, shit, we've spent close to $50,000 in just vet work, and it's April.
Yeah.
So that, I think, if I'm going to be honest,
Yeah.
it has been the hardest part of it. Because I don't like the drama. I don't like the bullshit. And I really enjoy just helping the dogs. And I go by what our vet recommends. I go by what, you know, is available. But yeah, that was tough.
Well, and it's part of, like, the process of running any business, and you're running a business, right? Like, I mean, it's a charity, but in order to keep things moving forward and smoothly, you do have to say, okay, these are the people that I'm going to work with, and I have to trust their professional opinion, and I've got to do that. Otherwise, you get paralyzed constantly with every single decision you have to make.
100%.
And so you do have to trust your vets. You do have to trust the process that you've set up.
Yep.
And know that you've done it with the best interest.
Well, what's shitty about that, too, is, like, people that have maybe already made some headway in it should not be aiming. I mean, this is true of any industry or any, like, hobby, anything, right? If you've made a way, hopefully you're not the type of person that's like, nah, I'm going to shit on the people trying to come up. Because, like, like, I think everybody, like, I'm new at podcasting. The last thing I need is somebody who's a super seasoned podcaster to be like, you're a fucking rook, man. What are you doing? You can't have guests like that on. What are you fucking, what are you new? And I'm like, yeah, could you give me some pointers? Like, I could really use the info instead of, like, being shit on, because it's not helping any of us. And, like, it doesn't feel good to do this now. So do you not want me to do it with you? And I would think any rescuer would be like, more rescuers, let's go. We got a fucking situation on our hands. Yeah. We need the Justice League Canada of fucking dogs and shit. Like,
exactly.
Let's go. Everybody save 58 trillion dogs. Let's go.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird. It's a weird dynamic. It's so strange. It is a very weird
dynamic. And honestly, it's tough.
Yeah.
And I'm sure.
I'm sorry that that's happening.
Well, and you know what? It's life. Like, it's
that
human.
Is life.
It's human nature.
Yes.
And I think there's always that level of, judgment and almost, I don't know what the word is that I'm looking for, but just the not arrogance isn't the right word, but like the entitlement. Entitlement is a better word of, you know, we did this and now you're trying to do it, and should you be able to do it, and why are you doing it this way, and why are you, you know, breaking the mold? And frankly, as far as I'm concerned, there's no mold to break. You're helping dogs, you're advocating, that's all that matters.
The mold is fucking
the dog.
Sad, sick dog.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean trying to break the mold?
The mold is just trying to get healthy dogs in the world and off the street and into homes.
Let's be real. It's a rescue dog. Like, we don't know what they've been through. We don't know their level of health. We don't know
nutrition,
anything.
anything, their development, like
the reality is we could spend thousands upon thousands of dollars to, find every ounce and every piece of information regarding that dog health wise. And it still may not tell you the length of time that dog's going to be around, or if there's going to be any genetic components, or if there's going to be an issue down the road.
I hope AI starts to help us with all that, but I get what you mean, right?
I mean, I can make action figures now, so.
And I mean, like, I've always felt this kind of way with animals specifically, is like, just because we have the tests and the medicine to do something doesn't always mean that it's better for them, right? Or if they could make that choice, should they be informed, would they choose that, right? Do they want to sustain in a period of suffering or a quality of life that's potentially reduced from what they know?
Yeah.
And just for the sake of who, right? Like, who's that choice really about? Usually it's about the people, because they're not ready, and they're not ready to be in a world without that animal. But that animal isn't going to enjoy that world they're now having to stay in, being constantly medicated and poked and prodded and tested, and it's hard. And I mean, we're both also in the equestrian community, and you see that a lot, where people, medicate, treat, intervene, to these extensive periods. And I'm not sure that it makes the quality of life for the animal better. So that's always something I've confronted with a lot. And we've confronted this a lot with our dogs, and we have horses and, and chickens and everything. And every animal, it's like, if there's a reduction in quality of life, you have to seriously consider, what is the purpose of them being in your world, right? Because
100%.
It's about them. It's not about you.
Yeah, absolutely. And for me, like, it is about, like I said, advocating and reducing suffering. So we're going to go one of two ways, and we're going to find a way to fix this for this dog, whether it be A, B, or C.
Yes, exactly.
That's going to be how it has to go. So
exactly. And I think that's the kindest thing you can do for them.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's not like this is my first rodeo.
I've been doing this path for a long time.
I've been on this path for a long time, and I did it quietly under the radar before it became Pawsitively Furever. And now it's just a lot bigger, and now I have volunteers and board members, and that's a whole other level of rescue. That's a whole other level.
I would say so.
Yeah,
I'm fucking proud of you.
I'm kind of interested to hear a bit more about the process of how you sort of formalize the business and going through the charity process in Canada.
All right. Well, it was a...
And how'd you get connected with Puerto Rico and Texas and as a second part to the first part?
How about I backtrack?
Back it up,
let's
sister.
go back to April of last year.
Start at the beginning.
Yeah.
So last year, I formally came up with Pawsitively Furever, and my first partner was my Puerto Rican partner, and funny enough, we actually stumbled upon one another because of my husband's business.
Right.
She was looking for work. I commented on a post. She creeped me and saw that I was rehoming dogs and said, "Hey, I've been doing this in Puerto Rico for 10 years. I'm wondering if you're willing to work with me." That is literally how it started.
That's cool. Wow.
So over shitty floors, we got a partner. And shout out to Allie if she's listening to this, because she'll be like, "Oh my God, yep, this is true."
Well, if she ever comes to Canada,
she lives in Canada.
Oh, we'll tell her to come on the show.
Yeah,
let's
she
go.
lives in Canada.
Let's go.
Yeah, she's amazing. I love Allie. She is, if I'm being honest,
Different Allie.
Different Allie.
There's Allies everywhere.
There is, but this Allie is the 2L Allie, and I would emulate to be her in my later life, because she's been through a lot of trials and tribulations herself, and she's in this place now where I think she's an amazing person, and everything that she's done for those dogs is just incredible.
That's awesome.
Last year she helped me, and we brought up 18 dogs from Puerto Rico and found them homes.
Wow.
This year we have the one so far, but it's been a little bit slower on the Puerto Rican side, just because the travel aspect of it is a little bit harder. We have to find what we call flight angels in order to get the pups up here, or have them travel between specific times of the year in order to travel in cargo, so it's not over a certain temperature.
Okay, so what do we need specifically? Let's make a shout out right now, because let's make this shit happen.
So we need flight angels.
Flight angels.
What is
Puerto
that?
Rican flight angels.
So
listen up.
If you are going to Puerto Rico, which I highly recommend everybody go see Puerto Rico.
All right.
You sign up.
Cool place to travel to?
Yeah, it's actually really cool.
Neat.
Let's go.
And yeah, we can give you a shout out to Allie because she's got a really awesome condo down there. But anyways,
Yeah.
Hashtag Puerto Rico travels. So when you go down there, basically you can work with a couple different rescues that are there, and if they have dogs that need to come into rescue, you sign up. You literally meet them at the airport. They hand you paperwork and a dog in a crate, and you take them with you as your carry-on if they're a puppy. Or if they're in cargo, you take their information. Generally, they fly. We do a lot of fly-ins to Buffalo or like through the States and then cross. But yeah, you fly down and enjoy yourself in Puerto Rico, and then you fly back with a pup and you hand it to the person on the other end. So,
Or you don't.
So
I mean, there's that.
On the U.S. or Canada end,
Yep.
someone would meet them at the airport.
Yep.
Very
Yep.
cool.
A limousine driver with a Sparky.
Pups to be had.
Yeah, here for the dog.
Yeah, pretty well. So that is what a flight angel is. So Puerto Rico was my first partner. And then things got serious real quick. So I very quickly was like, I need to make this legitimate. So I started to gain volunteers, and I discovered very quickly, I was like, okay, so where do I go with this? Like, how do I legitimize this so it's like an actual organization?
Yeah.
So I went the incorporated nonprofit route. And to do that, I had to have a board of directors. So I then had to search for individuals who could join me in basically coming up with bylaws and creating how our systems were going to run. Has that changed over the course of the year? Absolutely it has, because I think with any business, whether it be nonprofit or profitable or charitable, things evolve. So you have to change with the times. So what I started last year versus where it is today is totally different.
Fair enough.
And how
Good
we had to
advice.
operate is, totally different in itself.
Yep.
I literally said to someone the other day, I feel like I blinked and then all of a sudden here I am and I don't know how I got here. So
Wow.
we then discovered
Yep.
that it was going to be a long process to apply to be a charity. So
Yeah.
we started that process last August, and we were finally approved in February of this year, but they backdated it to January. And yeah, that was something. So my poor finance director, who does all of our government things, fought with the government website for, I would say, almost 5 weeks
Wow.
to try and get the application filled out. And it asked a lot of questions that were specific, but not specific enough to us because we were still new.
Right.
There was a lot
Right.
that we couldn't, I had to guess and say, well, yes, we might do that one day. And,
Right.
well, we probably won't do that. It was a shot in the dark.
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
going to lie to you.
Yeah.
But yeah, it took a while, and there was a lot of follow-up because, a lot of companies to work with you, they want your charity status. And I'm like, we need our goddamn charity status.
Yes.
Because there was a lot of pieces to that. So I'm like, all right, well, just keep pushing, keep pushing. And literally Valentine's Day, I got the news that we were a charitable status. And I was like, this is freaking amazing.
Yeah.
I
Amazing.
was jumping up and down.
Best Valentine's Day ever.
It was. It was amazing. There was champagne. I may have had champagne all over the deck.
That's awesome.
That's
But-
what you do.
Yeah, it is, because honestly, I didn't realize how long and how stressful that process would be.
Good for you
Yeah.
for sticking with it.
Yeah, and now it's the fun of navigating the charitable world and what you can and can't do, and applying this tax receipt, or how can you
Yes.
offset this
Yes.
cost, and are you staying within your parameters, and are you following your
Yes.
bylaws, and
Yes.
are you having your directors meetings where you're keeping your minutes, and it's so much more than just rescue. It's legitimately you actually have to run it as a business. And as much as it's a lot of people's passion project and where they volunteer,
Yeah.
you legit have to take it and say, no, I have to run this as a business.
Right.
Yeah, and you have to do the work formally without anything in return, which is
Yes.
very challenging. And I mean, that's very similar, to situations when you're in a startup culture or anything
Yeah.
like that. A lot of times you're working for a business on, volunteer terms until you start to turn profit, right?
Yeah.
And I think that sometimes gets people a little bit it takes a certain amount of, gumption to stick that out.
Well, and there will never be a profit for me. Like,
You never see the.
I never see that side.
Of it.
I mean, I was supposed to go back to work from mat leave in November, and I still haven't got back.
Yeah.
But I was really good at saving, so that helped. And I have to give a huge shout out to my husband because he has literally put up with my crazy.
What up, Brady?
Yeah.
We love you.
We miss you. Come on up.
Yeah, unfortunately.
When you're ready.
Yeah, when you're ready. He has put up with the long nights, the crazy transports, the sick dogs in my office that are there for the night, the puppies that randomly show up, the going to pick up skids upon skids of dog food and unload them. But I mean,
that sounds like Brady.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like Brady.
Yeah.
Brady. Yep.
So yeah, he like. It's not an easy industry for him. But I'm fortunate he loves the dogs and
yes,
he sees the good in it. And
he's a good man.
Yes.
And he loves you.
And he loves you.
Thank God for that, because I don't know where I'd be otherwise. But it takes a certain type of person, I think, to put up with that. And he gets a lot of credit for that.
Absolutely.
But yeah,
it does, and it's part of your support system. It's what allows you to even give of yourself in this way. It takes a lot of your emotional and mental capacity and your heart and all of that. So I mean, absolutely, you need that support system in your life to start anything new, really.
Yep.
And
then I mean, on top of that too, you have a baby.
Yeah.
Little baby.
He is no stranger to dogs.
No, I know.
He is not.
Well, I was gonna ask you just before we move on, what is, like, I mean, typically, the monetary gain is what pushes a lot of people to do about 99% of everything. So, if you remove that monetary gain, aside from the fact that you've got some dogs into maybe some healthy homes for the rest of their lives, what would be one other thing that maybe motivates you to keep it rolling? Because it's got to wear on you, and it's got to be tough, and a lot of sleepless nights, I'm sure. And
yeah, I'm going to be honest. It comes down to especially the dogs that really touch you.
Yeah. Fair enough. That's a fair enough answer.
It comes down to those dogs that have really been through it. And we get them every so often that they've, really been abused. They have a lot of neglect. And it's those ones that we can really push through. I will say, especially lately, the other piece for me has been the group of girls that I have.
That's cool.
I have a really great team. And I was able to find these people literally from nowhere. Like, I if I rewind, I would never have known them if I had never started this.
Right. Sometimes that's the best part, though.
Exactly. And they've become more than just a group of girls that got together. They've truly become very dear friends.
Yep.
And some of them even surprised me because it was people in my own life that, came on board that I never expected.
Yep.
So I have to give them a lot of credit because I push hard and they managed to keep up and be like, okay, let's go.
Yeah.
So, and I mean, that's huge when you have a group of like-minded people who are going to keep raising and elevating that status for you and keep pivoting with you. It tells you you're on the right track.
That's good.
That's incredible.
That's a very good thing for you to have.
And I'm sure that's fuels your passion, right? Because you're seeing them have something they can dig into and something they can lean into and get excited about and spend their spare time doing. And, it's that will fuel you.
Yeah, and I mean, I have to find a way to fuel myself because it's not monetary. It won't be monetary.
No, well, good for you. Like I said, I've said it a lot, but good for you for being able to stay at it like that. I know in the future we're at our limit here in our house for I think 4 dogs is enough at the moment, but we are we are the German Shepherd people.
We've also downsized, bless our little souls that we've lost as of late, but we had.
It's always more. It's always I guess we shifted to 5 for a
small
little
period
while.
of time.
A little while. 5 was a lot.
4 plus a very tiny addition.
4 plus a little lightning bolt.
Yeah.
I wasn't responsible, I promise.
Yeah. But no, I would be, because you touched on that earlier, and I'll ask it again on air, but what are some of the breeds that go quickly, what are some of the breeds that have a hard time? Like, we talked about German Shepherds because we know that, you know, they're a motherfucker in the wrong hands, or they're a loaded shotgun in the wrong hands. So
absolutely.
I will say it comes in ebbs and flows.
We know about ebb and flow.
Yeah. I thought you'd like that. It comes in waves in that we have sometimes it's really busy with bullies. Sometimes we have a huge push where all of a sudden all our bullies are gone. The next minute it's the healers or the collies or the labs. There's never really one specific breed that goes faster than another, but I will say the tougher cases are generally our harder working breeds or bullies, because oftentimes they come a little bit more stubborn. And
yes, they do. That's just how they're wired, right?
They need the right hand.
Yeah.
Yes.
They need the right handling. They need the right person. They need the right leader. People forget that dogs are pack animals.
When we met Blue, remember when we met Blue?
Yeah.
The first minute he looked at me, he was like, there he is.
Yeah.
There's an alpha.
There's the boss.
Exactly.
It was. And as the observer, because of course, intentionally, I was a bit intimidated. Like, I've been around shepherds, but not to the extent, like, when we got together, I was like, okay, like, these are, like, full breed. Like, I've met crossbred shepherds, right? But when we met Blue, intentionally, I was like, okay, I'm going to be very I'm just going to basically ignore him. And if he wants to come to me, he can. Lo and behold, this dog is starts with us standing in the foyer of this house, and he's wandering this room and jumping on the windows, and then goes to his owner, this husband and wife couple who are standing across from us in this foyer, and then he's walking over, jumps on the door again, and walks around in circles and circles, and is kind of looking at us and looking at that. Keep in mind, this dog has a muzzle on and an electric collar. So he's not barking, he's not doing anything, but he's using his body language to do that, right? Yeah. And I think probably within 4 minutes of us standing there, the spot where he settles is behind Andrew, between Andrew and the front door of the house, sitting behind Andrew's back, staring up at the back of his head. And I'm to Andrew's side, looking down at this dog who's facing me but not looking at me, staring up the back of Andrew's head.
Yeah, he was my little heartthrob right from the start.
Oh, it was really something. And he put Andrew between himself and his owner, which is really saying a lot.
Oh, yeah.
And from that moment, I know, he chose him.
Oh, yeah. And body language with dogs is everything.
Yeah. For sure.
We went back and got him the next day. Let's be clear.
Yeah. And then they were also like, well, you may have a hard time getting him into the truck. And he just shotgunned into the truck.
Oh, my God. That dog, he leapt off their front porch, nearly knocking Andrew off his feet, ran into that. And, he flew across the backseat of the truck as far as he could away from that open door. And I was like, all right, bye.
Yeah, but
and we then I'll very clearly say here right now, the first thing we did is take off that muzzle and that collar and let him be a dog.
Yes, but okay, so this brings up the next part of our conversation, the seedy underbelly of adoptions, because when we got him home, everything was tickety-boo on that truck ride home. It was a little rose-colored ride, and then we got him home, and he started to see other dogs, and holy fuck, did the world ever end for him and those other dogs, because he was petrified, he was angry, he was upset, he couldn't stop screaming.
Decompression's a wonderful thing.
That's exactly what it was. I don't think he'd ever seen other dogs.
And I don't think he'd ever been able to really express himself. Man, that dog opened his mouth for the first time that night.
It was 3 weeks of barking.
With no electric collar and no muzzle, and he could not stop.
So we see a lot with decompression, and I'm gonna hammer this home.
Let's hear it.
As much as I can.
Hammer it. Let's
decompression, especially in rescue dogs, is hard.
Oh.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
I love this term. I love this term.
So we call it the 3-3-3 rule. It takes about 3 days for them to fully like decompress and take in the sights, smells, and sounds of their house to kind of get an idea of what's going on.
Yeah.
It takes about 3 weeks for them to get into a routine and understand what's going on in the household. And by 3 months, you're really seeing the true dog. So
interesting.
this is especially important for us in rescue, especially when our dogs are coming from Manitoba.
Yes.
They're coming from Texas. They're coming
Huge
from Puerto
travel.
Rico.
Yeah.
It's not even just the travel. Like, it's the climate change,
Yeah.
the weather change.
I was gonna ask about that. How do they deal with winters here okay, or are they like fuck this?
Well,
or...
my own Texas girl is like, fuck the outside.
Yeah.
And oftentimes they are. I'm not gonna lie. It takes them a hot minute. But in those first 3 days, like, I tell adopters and fosters, I'm like, you know what? Every dog's different, and
Just
your dog,
let them roll.
Your dog could be constipated. It could have diarrhea. It could sleep a lot. It could be really excited. It could show off its excitement and aggression. It could show off its excitement in X, Y, and Z. Every dog is different.
Yep.
And even my most seasoned fosters and even a seasoned foster coordinator struggles with decompression because they don't put their best foot forward in those first 3 days. They're often scared, and that can come out in a variety of ways. They might, show aggression when they've never shown aggression before to anything.
Right.
They might show, that they don't want to leave their crate.
Fuck, I think we saw all of those fucking things.
It's kind of like a whirlwind.
Right? It was a fucking...
He
Three
was an
whirlwinds.
emotional roller coaster he still is.
He
but
is.
I think like one of the really big things that we saw in him was this dog that was like under exercised, undernourished,
crate
in
was
the
too
wrong
small.
crate.
Yeah.
Like just wearing the wrong, like wearing a muzzle, wearing a electrical.
Spine
like
all
just
bent up.
like just wearing all the wrong things, like being fed the wrong things, being handled the wrong way. And so like the first thing we wanted to do was just like, here is freedom.
Yeah.
Open up.
Yeah.
And man, did he open up.
Oh, yeah.
This dog tested his vocal range regularly. Like it was as if he didn't understand I'm going to bark like this, but I have no idea what that reaction means. Or I'm going to yip and yelp and cry, and I'm not sure what they're going to do, right?
Yeah.
So we just started to sit through it. And I mean, man, that was really, really tough after a couple days, weeks of this dog just constantly screaming.
Yeah.
He would be super excited about walks, but all of a sudden that excitement would turn into like a bit of aggression. Like, you're not understanding what I want. And we were like, bro, like, we're moving. Like, we're trying to give you everything you need and nutrition. And he had hot spots, and his color was gray and dull. And so it was just like all of a sudden then I think at that
There's so many components.
True colors started to come out, but not only his true colors, but all of a sudden this dog was like exercised and nourished and like
it was
had
like
some territory, and all of a sudden he was like, whoa, I'm pretty tough shit now. So then this whole different version of him showed up.
Yeah.
And we were like, okay, what did we do here?
Yeah, okay. Well, when I had Sid was like my little military boy. I called him that from the day I got him. He could climb like step ladders, and he could get onto roofs if he crawled up a snowbank well enough, and he could scissor kick, jump up onto a dumpster, right? A 5 foot. He was just a crazy athletic dog, but just at the time of my life that I had him, I just was not as maybe well off financially as I have been in later years, and so I couldn't give him the best dog food. I couldn't afford to throw raw eggs on his food every day and like give him hemp and fucking keep him meat and whatever meds he needed to, supplements, whatever. But he still performed like just this Greek god, just chiseled out of stone kind of thing. And I always said, right, like Junior was his offspring, and of course Junior unfortunately was hit by a vehicle on I think 6 months into his life. So from very early age, he had the demented arm that he couldn't necessarily deal with. So he wasn't as athletic, but he healed well enough, and he could still do the running, and he didn't lose the arm or anything. So that was good. But I always said, like, if Junior had happened to have puppies, I was going to get one of those, and we were going to give it the good food and the good eggs, and give it the backyard that it deserved and everything. And so now we have Blue. We got him, and we're like, oh, he's like a pretty cool looking dog. Then we find out he's like freaking emotionally psychotic, and then I'm like, well, maybe
wired a little loose, extremely damaged.
Yeah, but like the only solution was like work. Like it was just me and him every day, 3-4 times a day. Like worst weather, because I always said with Sid, he responded better if the weather was worse. Like. It was like, oh, it's raining. Let's go for a big play. I'm like, man, you're nuts. Like, like you just, oh, it's sleeting. Yeah, let's get a play on, Dad. Like,
but that breed is like that. Like they're just. My eyes have been open to this.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like, holy man. Like, actually, I have a great story. I don't even know if I told you this, but this was about maybe like 2 weeks ago, and it was just me around. Like, you'd been gone at work all day. I had just got home from work. So I took Blue out to play. I think that Jax had just got home, but was,
Send it over here.
Doing stuff. And
I'm ready.
I was like, great, like perfect timing. We'll go for a play, and then I'll go do some other stuff. And I take Blue out. He's being great on his play. And this is like cool spring, rainy weather, very overcast day. And we're playing, and he's running back and forth, and he's doing amazing. And he's all muddy and splashy, and there's still a few patches of snow on the yard, and the snow starts falling. And so I was like, okay, like I'm a bit cold, I'm wet, like let's go in. And I was like, all right, all done, like our regular routine, head to the door. He stops halfway through the driveway and just looks at me and kind of like looks on yonder and looks at me, and I'm like,
make a good life choice here.
Yeah, I was like, please make a good life choice. And he like saunters to a nearby final remaining snow patch and lays down.
Bloop.
Yeah, and I'm like, shit. So I like get a bag of treats, and I'm shaking it, and I'm like, come on. And then he like gets up and he runs to the driveway and picks up his ball, and I'm like, come on. And I'm thinking, yeah, he's gonna follow me in. And no, he like picks up the ball, looks at me, starts wagging his tail again, and I'm like, well, shit, now you think I'm coming out here to play with you again. So lo and behold, I was like, I've lost. Like at this point, I know, like, this is not a fight I'm gonna win. First of all, he'll never let me even get close to him to grab a collar or anything.
Because it's a game.
I'm like, this is not a fight I'm gonna win. He's no longer responding to my calls or commands. He gives no shit about the fact that I have treats in my hand.
Yeah.
He's
Play.
completely like, so I did it. I got the ball thrower. I got another set of balls. I went out to the field, and I ran him for another 20 minutes. And then I'm like, all right, we're done. And we went inside the house, and he trotted his fastest little self into the house. I was like, yeah, I'm done now.
So with that too, like, do you have anybody that ever gets a dog from you, and then they don't necessarily realize what they've received, or has there ever been a miscommunication like that? Or
I'm sure there has been, but we have a pretty hardcore post-adoption system.
Okay. Let's hear about it.
Yeah.
So I have an awesome volunteer named Emily, and this is all she does. She is in contact with our adopters 3 days, 3 weeks, and 3 months. We're checking on them because that's the time frame in which something's going to happen.
Right.
Like, if they're going to have a return, that's generally the time frame we see it. Fortunately, knock on wood, we have literally only had 3 dogs ever return to our care.
Okay.
Wow.
So that's
Very
pretty good. That's a pretty good number.
Yeah.
We did have one girl in particular that I can think of that she returned within 24 hours. We try to set everybody up for success with this 333 and explaining decompression. But she wasn't completely honest about how she was going to house said dog.
Oh.
So her plan was to basically leave the dog outside with the ability to go into the garage during the day, in a backyard. But this dog, being a northern dog who's used to roaming, is going to find a way out of that backyard.
Yep.
So she started to dig.
Oh, dear.
And that was on day 1. And I was like, yeah, well, one, like, why are you leaving her out there unattended for the first day? Like, you're just kind of getting to know her.
And she's obviously stressed.
Yeah,
Like,
she's stressed. Like, she's trying to figure this out.
Trying to get out because she doesn't know it's safe.
But-
Wants to go home.
Yeah.
Wherever
she's
home is.
Well, exactly.
Just
We
get
don't know
me
where
out of
home
here.
is.
We don't know
Yeah.
where home is. Give me the fuck out of wherever I'm at right now.
Yeah. But
Exactly.
of course, this adopter was like, yeah, I can't do it because, like, this won't work in with the routine that we had in place. And I was like, oh. And that's when certain things came out. And when I say, you know, over the year, we really drastically changed how things went. Well, then it was, well, where's the dog going to stay when you're not at home? That became part of our application process.
Right.
Like, asking that question.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good
for you.
Because
You gotta
have
ask.
to.
Fuck yeah. They're like, in a horse stable, what?
Right?
No.
Another thing that we started to ask is, like, are you 100% committed to this dog for its lifetime? Yes or no?
That's a good question.
Because-
That's a good question everybody should ask, regardless of whether it's a rescue or not.
Exactly. Because
Think
oftentimes,
about it.
like, unfortunately, I don't think we ever think it's going to be this way, but in some people's minds, animals are disposable.
Yeah.
It's easy to, you know, find them somewhere to go or do something. But, I mean, the reality of that isn't the case for some dogs. Particularly in Texas, which you asked earlier, how did I get in contact with Texas?
How?
But quick story on that. So Texas, actually, if you are taking your dog in and you are an owner surrendering, they actually have a note on the door that says, go to the back door because we're overcrowded and full and we will just euthanize right away. So they don't even take the dog in.
Mm.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So my Texas Connect, how did I connect with her? Funny story. I posted that I had a couple black dogs that I was looking to adopt out, and she saw that I got them out pretty quick, and she contacted me and she said, hey, I saw you were able to home black dogs. And I said, yeah.
Random.
Okay. She's like, yeah, in Texas, they're not a fan of black dogs. And I was like, what? I'm like, it's a bias?
Google it. I need to know. I want to know. I want to know.
Apparently it's a thing. There's a black dog bias.
That's
And
fine. Like, anything is possible anywhere. It amazes me that things like this happen.
So it all started with a black dog. And
I
funny
love
enough,
black dogs. They're preferable. That's how I ended up with Flo.
Well, you guys met the black dog that came from Texas as my first black dog because you were there for Casey's first
That's
birthday.
so weird.
Yes.
And that dog was Shabella.
Yeah.
And she
I
is.
also love
We
that
almost
name.
took
Shabella.
You would have had
don't
to
you
fight
remember?
Donna for her.
I know. Well, we looked
Yeah,
at
the
her
little
and I
black
kept thinking-
sweetie.
Yes.
She was a little sweetie.
And we both were like,
Little
there's
Pookie.
no way we could do it. There's no
Yeah.
way. Especially now, you know about Blue. Like, there's just no way we could do that to him.
No. But, I mean,
True.
All right, read it out. Let's hear it.
It says-
It's like a superstition or a
It says,
folklore or something.
Yes, black dog syndrome, the phenomenon where black dogs are passed over for adoption in favor of lighter colored dogs, is recognized in Texas and is a topic of concern for animal shelters and rescues.
Okay, so
Oh my
So,
God. Ding, ding, ding.
Here's the reason.
BDS,
that-
it's got a fucking acronym. Fuck
And
off.
it's in quotes.
Jesus,
So here-
fuck, man.
Here's
Fuck
the
off.
reason. It says, this bias can manifest in several ways, including misperceptions about black dogs being mean or aggressive, challenges in photographing them effectively, and the fact that they can blend into shelter environments.
This is the dumb. That's so dumb. Oh my god. People need to read encyclopedias.
Yeah.
Wow. Shout out to the Black Dog in Bayfield because like it's like the best restaurant also. So cool dogs and awesome restaurant.
Yeah,
so there, double whammy. And fuck like Flo. Well, that was funny because
Canada likes black dogs so much that we name our restaurants after them.
yes, exactly. And it's a dog friendly restaurant as far as I know.
It is a dog friendly restaurant.
Yeah. But no, that's how we got Flo. My little well ripened avocado, little sweetie. Her brindle pattern, but she was the very, very darkest, blackest of the litter. And Alan, who was the owner of her two parents there, he just kind of cold texted me, so to speak, and he's like, "Hey, we talked a while back about you wanting like a black female German Shepherd." And he's like, I got Connie Corsos, however you say it, and he goes, I got one black female and she's just a little sweetie. And I'm like, all right, send me a picture. And it shouldn't, it was all over.
This is when your mind should imagine a baby version of Toothless.
Yeah.
From How to Train Your Dragon.
So perfect.
That's her little doppelganger when she gets her little ears back and pushes her face out and she's like,
freaking mouth is like 6 inches wide.
Yes.
But yeah, she's I mean, I love black dogs. She was preferable to me. They were all the rest of the litter was mixed colors and mixed patterns. So maybe that'll
be our thing when we're ready for fostering dogs.
Yeah, we're gonna call it the freaking BDS anti-BD. No, that's so dumb. Fuck. Just call it the Black Dog Rescue BDR. Yeah. BDR, baby. Yeah, no, seriously
be the Black Dog Fosters.
We need BDF. That sounds semi-sexual. I don't know. BDF. Something. I don't know. It's whatever.
It doesn't need an acronym.
No, it doesn't. Fuck acronyms.
Yeah.
I am so down to help you. I want you to keep coming back on this show and telling everybody about this because we got to get the word out. Because I fucking do not like that there's 600,000 dogs on an island the size of Algonquin Park just chilling.
And so
looking for their forever home in Canada.
What's happening with Texas now? Like, there's a lot of changes going on between Canada and Texas. Like, how is that impacting the rescue world?
You paying tariffs on them shits or what?
Well, we still pay duty, which is crazy. But I'm not going to lie.
Crazy.
So the changes that have happened in the States, in particular for people who maybe aren't permanent citizens, there's a lot of deportation rates happening. And some of these people are fosters that try to take in these dogs. And I want to put it in perspective for a minute. Fosters down there are not like fosters up here. Fosters down there have like 10, 20, 30, 40 dogs at a time.
Wow.
That shit is highly illegal here, is it not?
Holy.
Well, the thing is, here...
I mean, I don't always love laws, but certain law, like, you know what I mean?
But down there, like, they'll take them
shit.
in. But the thing is, like, it's a temporary solution, right? Because
what's temporary about that, though?
Well, they're trying to find rescues to work with. So, unfortunately, some of these people are also citizens that are on, a minimum time, and right now they don't care.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the government down there is just like,
out you go.
So then there's dogs left where there's their own horses, cows, chickens. So the issue is becoming a lot bigger. I'm really fortunate to work with the partner that I do because she also works in coordination with a lady and a group of ladies that are trying to change the legislation in Texas.
Yes.
Well, fuck.
Because it's bad.
That is bad. Well, when you start saying then I think about that with a lot of animals all the time because we humans just tend to freaking pillage whatever the shit we want. If we say it can belong in a barn, it's going to go in a barn.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to revamp the whole animal system and be like, blah, blah, blah. We need animals for food and stuff. But like when you say that, like you're like, yeah, somebody got deported and then are their cows left to starve in the field? Mm-hmm. Do they get shot immediately because of an act of deportation? Like, it's just so many questions where I'm like, fuck, this is not.
There's so many pieces to it.
There's just so much fallout from it. And again, I'm not saying one thing is good or bad or the other, but I'm just thinking of the animals. Like,
we're kind of waiting to see like where the other shoe drops with it.
Yeah.
Because it's tough. Like, there's no two ways.
There's no deportation program for the animals. Like, you know what's gonna fucking happen.
No. Well, and the thing is, like, there's so many, and now there's fewer and fewer people that can help them. And that's the tough part. Because the more people that end up in these situations, the more often they're pushed. And, I mean, Texas, like, they're right on the border. So, oftentimes, they'll take some dogs down to Mexico to get stuff done because it's a lot cheaper.
Yes.
What is that going to look like in a couple months' time when, tariffs are back at it or we're in a trade war or whatnot? Like, there's so many pieces that it's unfortunate. I just don't know what the answer is going to be. But I will continue to try and help there as well because I don't think that there's an end in sight for them unless they get some laws changed.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they get the help that they need because down there, like we have Humane Society here, they have animal control. Take that for exactly as it is. Animal control.
Guns.
but it's about controlling the animal.
I
It's
know
not,
that it's not. No, it's not humane.
No.
it's
Just
a
trap it
solution,
and
but
fucking throw it in a box, and
yeah, it's exactly what it is, and it's tough.
it is tough.
And there's so many rescues that are trying to help, but I can tell you, like, I can literally show you lists of dogs that I've taken in, where we've had 80 to 300 rescues contacted to take these dogs, and nobody said yes.
Shit.
And I said yes, because I was like, you know what? This dog deserves a chance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes me want to, like, not that I have 1 minute to spare, but like makes me want to build like a kennel setup just so we could do our part to just at least be the temporary.
A
The on-
buffer, yeah.
The only problem with that is with ours is like the dogs all get so damn attached. Like, you know what I mean? Like I don't necessarily love the concept of like bringing a dog into our loving pack and our house out here and being like, yeah, here you are, and then you're like, shoo, you're gone, and then they're like, where the fuck are all my
we don't
friends,
get
man?
this
I just
pack,
yeah.
right? That's the hard part.
Yeah.
You have a pack of dogs, like
So,
Exactly.
I like
That's
to
why
tell-
I'm hesitant.
I like to tell people, like, just because you can't foster and just because you can't take dogs in doesn't mean you can't help.
Yeah.
Having a platform like this where I can voice everything,
Yeah, yeah.
that's great.
Yeah.
Sharing
It's all good.
sharing our shit.
I've been hitting flies and shit.
Sharing our shit on Facebook and socials
Yeah.
and sharing with your friends
Yeah.
and getting that information out there is so important.
Yeah.
Supporting our
Absolutely.
events is huge
Sure.
because, again, we have to be able to show off these dogs, showcase them, find donations to keep them going
Where are
Raise
the
money,
events?
yeah.
everywhere and anywhere.
Let's
we-
make one. We got to do something here.
Yeah,
We
and
got to
like,
get it going.
we've got lots on the go over the next little while. We have a big event that I guess I can announce today while I'm here because nobody
Yeah.
knows about it.
Yeah.
It's called the Night to Bark About.
Oh,
Yeah,
love
that's right.
that.
you had me at night. I stayed for the bark.
It will actually be at Cox Creek Winery in Guelph. Yeah, that's right. The bottle that you're drinking.
We're drinking that shit right now,
yeah.
and that is good
Cox
shit.
Creek
Here,
Winery. Shout out.
Yeah, shout out.
Cox Creek Winery.
gonna
In
have a
Guelph
little
on
refill.
June 7th, so just in time for Andrew's birthday.
That one's dead.
Oh, that one's dead.
Oh, psych.
Just died too.
Oh,
Sorry,
no.
you have to repeat that part.
What's that?
I was gonna say it's on June 7th,
June 7th. Okay.
just in time for Andrew's birthday.
Yes, and Brady's.
I know.
We're going to a winery.
We're going to a winery.
June 7th.
So there will be live bands, a live auction, and some other fun.
Are you looking for bands still, by the way?
Yes.
Because
we know some
we
bands.
know a local band. They're playing.
Let's chat.
They're friends of ours.
Yeah.
They're playing. I think I may have sent you some
Maybe.
details a little bit, but
What's the
they're
name of that band?
amazing.
What's the name of that band? Out of curiosity.
contain the dog.
Oh,
Wouldn't that be appropriate?
wouldn't that be ironic?
Contain the dogs.
At the Positively Forever benefit?
Dog rescue.
Oh,
Night to Bark About.
The Night to Bark About.
We
featuring
might
who?
be groupies, and we call ourselves
The Dog Pack.
So that is one big event we will have coming up in June. But we do several other events. So actually this
Awesome.
weekend, for those of you that are in the Guelph area, not that this is going to air that quickly, but we are doing Paws and Peeps, which is an Easter egg hunt at Nurtured by Nature.
That's cute.
For all the family, including
Nice.
dogs. We also are doing a Pup Cup Day at Baden Coffee in May.
Cup.
nice.
Yeah, and
I like
then
that.
we do a ton of adoption events at Wren's, Pet Value, all of
Yes.
the places.
Yeah.
But I want to give a shout out to Aftermath Tattoo
Okay.
and Christine Thorne Massage. So these are two businesses that have stepped up for us recently to give proceeds back to us. So
Wow.
for the month of April, if you go in and do their flash event at Aftermath and get a tattoo done, we get 50% of that back.
Cool.
Yeah,
Let's
That's
go. There's
amazing.
still some days in April left.
I'm going.
Sneak off for a little tat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I mean,
Yeah.
it's companies
I'm down.
like that, and you know the smaller guys right now that are really helping push us forward.
Well, we're gonna help too. We're gonna do everything we can over here at Ogo.
Love that.
And also like let's get some of her events up on our website too,
For
so
sure.
we
Yeah.
can help promote
for
the days. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's no problem. We can do that.
yeah.
Fuck yeah. So I mean, what could the public do to help? Just as they're sitting here listening and they're like, "Fuck, I think I want to help." Obviously, they could either donate or adopt, but like, is there just spread the word?
Yep,
Come on
like,
out.
share, follow.
Like, share, follow. Like, share, follow.
Yep. That's big for us because honestly, the more that those dogs are seen, the more chances that they have
Yeah.
finding a home.
Yes.
I do try to actually. I mean, I'll make sure to keep an eye on your Instagram, and we'll start sharing a lot more of those so we can get them
For
moving
sure.
across Canada and wherever else we got
Absolutely.
some fans.
We've got lots right now, that's for sure.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
more on
well,
the go.
not good,
Are you
but-
on all
let's-
social platforms?
We are on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok.
Nice.
Okay, we got to
Yes.
get on TikTok.
Yeah.
It's a whole
And
new world.
You did mention you might be
So I heard.
starting
Yes.
some new
Yes,
content.
We are working. So, for those of you that don't know me, I previously was a podcaster, and
Nice.
I did a podcast for
You're a natural.
Yes.
Thank you. Blended families and co-parenting.
Yes. We know a
and-
thing or two about that.
Yeah,
too.
we could
Yeah.
be featured on that podcast.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
If you,
Um,
not that you're rebooting it.
it's a bit of thought, but I mean, like, there's a lot to be rebooted there. So instead, we're gonna pivot
Okay.
and
Pivot.
pivot,
Pivot.
and we're gonna go down the road of probably a little bit on the rescue side,
Yeah.
probably a little bit on self-development.
Mm-hmm.
But we are working on launching a YouTube channel for the rescue
Okay.
to share some of our dog stories because some of them really deserve to be shared
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
of how far they've come.
For
And to
damn
see
sure.
the day-to-day because it's a
Absolutely.
whole new ballgame. But, I mean, there's lots on the go for us this year. It's just a matter of trying to fit it all in.
Cool.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That's cool. I'm wondering if Ogo Charizard couldn't help out with that. If we did a little like a donation auction kind of thing with one of the
Absolutely.
cards to get some dog food
think that's a
going or
great
something.
idea.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
because I would love to try and help out because I know all the dogs got to be fed every day. So
Yep.
shit
we could
ain't
definitely do a
cheap.
promo with Ogo Charizard.
Yeah, we definitely should because it's we're not just doing all this for fun.
Absolutely.
we want to help out too as best we can. So
Yeah, and a big part of what we do in our business, although totally different industry sector, everything,
100%.
but very much like a lot of it is motivated by education and just sharing best practice, sharing knowledge, sharing, what to do if you get stuck on this, or like there's so many people that are involved in a plant, or like they grow plants, they grow cannabis, they grow vegetables, they grow things for medicine for their needs.
yeah,
And that goes hand in hand with the same kind of motives that go into rescues, charities,
Yeah.
foster situations, right? People have a passion for, doing better, feeling better, being better.
Mhm.
And they want to see that in the animals around them too. And animals can be a really big part of that wellness.
Absolutely.
oh yeah, Rambo helped you through a lot of
Absolutely.
healing
Yeah,
and all
he
that.
did.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yep.
shout out to all the dogs.
Shout out to
everywhere.
the dogs.
So there's
What would we do?
There's two things that everybody thinks are the best of their own. One of them is weed. Everybody thinks their own weed's the best, and
Yeah.
everybody thinks their own dog's the best.
And the cutest.
Nobody's wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all love our dogs. Fuck yeah. Where
Yeah.
would we be without them? Like you said.
It's true. It's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, it's been an interesting journey for us with our dogs,
Mhm.
certainly. And I mean, and I've observed you, growing into this and stuff too. So, yeah, it's a interesting one.
If you had
Do
asked
you-
me 5 years ago,
Yeah.
I never would have thought I would be in this position doing what I am now.
Absolutely. So, I'm really curious, like, because you have such a long history with animals, not necessarily just with dogs. You have a huge past with horses. You've run businesses with horses and all that. That's how we know each other. Where's the parallels?
Well, there's a lot of parallels. I jokingly, and this is going to sound terrible, but when it comes to medical stuff, I'm like, there's a lot of parallels in dogs, horses, and children.
Really?
There is. I've never wanted an
They're all
animal.
mammals.
They are. There's been days though that I sit there and I'm like, I've never wanted a dog to poop so much in my life. Same as a horse.
Yes.
Same as a child at times.
Yes.
There's a lot of parallels in the medical aspect, but ultimately, like, I see a lot of parallels in the people. Like, we call them crazy horse people. There's
Right.
crazy dog people.
Right.
Are you looking at me when you say that? Just kidding. I know I am one.
Hot kettle. But I mean, like, there's a lot of parallels in, you know, the passion that people have for their animals.
Yep.
There's a lot of passion that people have about caring for their animals and how they think that their animals should be cared for. And I think that this coming full circle comes a lot back to, like, there's a lot of parallels, especially in the rescue world, from, you know, we have this passion for animals, and I think that that's where a lot of rescues start to get at each other, because we have this passion and a lot of us don't know where to send it.
Right.
And
it's fiery.
Exactly.
But you're sending it to sending it to people that are trying to fight the fire with you.
So, and I tell the girls all the time, because we have a weekly call, and I say to the girls, you know, like, just because you're passionate about this right now doesn't mean that we're not. It just means that we're not quite there yet, or, you know, we're busy doing something. So I have to remind everybody
different passions at different times.
Well, and the availability to take on that passion. Yeah. So, I mean, a lot of these volunteers, like, they have full-time jobs, they have kids, they have families, they have dogs, they have their own thing.
Bandwidth is a real thing.
Exactly. And that is very similar, horses to dogs. You've just got to have the bandwidth for what you want to do, and you've got to work with it.
Well said.
Do you ever get in a situation where you're like, okay, we all really want to do that thing, but it's just not going to happen the way we thought, or it's not going to go on the timeline we thought, or like,
sure.
How do you adapt? How do you get people on the same page when you're dealing with all these different volunteers that have all of these priorities and
egos and fucking schedules and attitudes and all the things that come with dealing with humans, but not only that, across the border and like in different time zones.
Yeah.
So there's
tell. There's a lot of pieces to that. Where do I unpack that one? The reality is, the reality is, I mean, like, as the executive director and the founder of the rescue, it is my job to put the animals first. Mm-hmm. It is my job to make sure that it runs accordingly. So sometimes I have to be like, well, that's a great idea. That might not be applicable right now. And it really sucks when I have to do that. But as the leader of that group, I have no choice.
Yeah.
And I've had to do it, and it really sucks. And being able to say, like, I hate saying no. Like, that's probably if you're going to give me a swear word, I will say fuck, shit, and piss all day long, but don't tell me no.
Yeah.
It's not in my wheelhouse. I do not like it. Like Sandra Bullock said in Blindside, you know, it tastes funny in my mouth. Like, I know.
Yes.
I just don't do it. But when I have to do it, it really sucks, because oftentimes these girls are so passionate when they're coming to me with their idea.
Yes.
And it's really hard to be like, okay, I love this, but not right now.
Yeah.
And then it's about fueling them and filling them back up, and you know, but we're gonna do this. We're gonna put this into place, and we're gonna talk about this 3 months down the road.
Yeah, and don't lose that passion, because it's like we need it.
Exactly.
Need it.
And I think with any team, it's important to build your team on positive, and build your team on a system that is going to show them, like, keep that passion fueled. Yeah. Because without that passion, I have no volunteers. And I think that is enough to be said about employers too. Like, absolutely, if you're not going to create passionate employees, why do you have them? Because ultimately they're checking in 9 to 5. And
like, you can't expect them to show up with that every time. You have to foster that.
Exactly. You have to create that fuel. So I have to do that, like, on a volunteer basis.
As the founder, you were the spark of that passion. People just said, hey, I am interested.
Exactly.
I'll follow you.
Yeah.
But it is your job to keep it fueled.
Yeah. And it's exhausting.
Yeah.
It's exhausting.
It is. It's a big burden to carry.
Especially, like, as we grow. Like, I started off with 5 of us, and I think there's, like, closer to 25 to 30 now.
Wow.
And we're all in different departments. Like, I've got...
Your phone must be busy.
Yeah, I need a new phone because the battery life hates life now.
I was going to say, at what point do you just hire a fucking assistant? Talk to my assistant. I'm going to keep managing
So
shit.
I have 2.
There you go.
I have a right hand and a left hand, as we refer to them. So Jen and Melissa are my right and left hand. And they do their best, but oftentimes, like, it still comes back to, like, is this a Paige decision? Mm-hmm. And we try to make it run as seamlessly as we can.
Yep.
But, I mean, we're also volunteers. Like, this is not their job.
No,
We're
I
not
know.
getting paid for this. So you have to be passionate about it.
Yeah.
Like I think about the things I get frustrated about when I have the prospect of getting paid.
Yeah.
You know, I got fuck yeah, good for
Well,
you
and I
guys for
imagine,
toughing
like,
that shit out. Cause
You have to have so much patience.
oh,
You do, and like
Because
we
people
broke
are
it-
just they're not gonna go on the same timeline.
No. So I mean, like, we've broken it down into departments based on the directors. So like, I
Yeah.
have a marketing department. I have a fundraising and events team that
Yeah.
has its own department that has a director that runs that. I have an adoption director. I have a foster director. I have a volunteer director that all she deals with is the headaches of, you know, people getting along and making sure they're following policies and following what we mandate.
Yeah.
And they all have purposes and jobs. And over the course of the year, like, I've had to develop, okay, well, this is your actual title and this is your responsibilities, even though I'm not paying you for them. So here's your paperwork. Good luck.
Yeah.
fuck.
And, you know, you're really starting from, like, the ground up. Like,
Yeah.
it sucks. And, you know, I feel bad. We onboarded a director, and I basically threw her into the deep end. It was like, may the odds be ever in your favor. And then we very quickly realized that we needed to backtrack. And then
Get her out of the deep end, or
yeah, like we were sending lifelines, but it was like, this isn't working. And I'm like, we need to send the boat in to get her. And I felt terrible, but I was like, that was how quickly things were moving. Is I'm like, I need you to do the job, but I know you don't know what the job is, but I need you to do the job. So what do we do?
Yeah, fuck.
Well, and that's, I think, a big challenge because, like, but what I hear from you is you didn't just go like, oh, hey, you signed up for the job, now go figure it out. You were like, okay, you're not figuring it out. What do you need?
Yeah.
Where do we pull you back? How do we pivot?
Exactly. And for her, like, that pivot was an adjustment, and it was, okay, we know you're good at XYZ. Let's get you into that.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's what worked for that situation. But
Yeah.
again, it sucks being the leader, being like, I have
It's
to
not
make this
working,
decision. Like,
yeah.
I have these people coming to me saying, hey, we need to do X, Y, and Z. And I'm like, oh my God, I don't want to.
Yeah.
And dealing with, like, the bigger problems. Like,
Yeah.
I'm dealing with, you know, animal welfare contacting us about a dog that they want us to take in. Or
Yes. Yeah.
dealing with, you know, the police because X, Y, and Z happened at this person's house. And now they have dogs there. And what do we do? And people surrendering their dogs and then
Yeah,
wanting
like,
them
I
back.
mean, that's the thing, too, is, like, the people who are the fosters, like, they still have lives going on. They still have all of their own drama and their own bullshit.
Well, and it's not even that. It's like that
It's
stuff
just,
is
like,
easy.
things change, yeah.
Yeah, and like life changes. Like
Yeah.
there's a cycle of fosters. I'll be honest. Like the police thing was more the dogs that we end up taking in, but not the fosters. But
Yeah.
the fosters themselves, like, they get burnt out. Because, you know, between doing meet and greets and meeting adopters and answering questions and answering our weekly check-ins about the dogs because we need to know, you know, have their behaviors changed? What have they learned? Are they
Yeah, because you're
pooping? Are they
constantly trying to
peeing?
adopt them out. Yeah.
Yeah, like, it's a constant cycle.
Yes.
So, yeah, while my volunteers are, you know, tired, our fosters, without them, we have no rescue. So
Yeah.
we try to foster making sure they feel appreciated, being there for them, supporting them, providing resources where we can,
Yes.
and working with trainers and that kind of thing to make sure that they have what they need.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's tough. Like,
That's sounds chaotic as fuck.
it is. And honestly, my phone doesn't stop. I'm sure you've seen it light up
Yeah.
like 16,
You
17 times sitting here.
Answer it.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Get
I
them on
honestly-
air.
live on air.
I'm not sure what we're going to be answering, so maybe we'll just wait on
Fair
that.
enough. Yeah. Fair enough. Fair
But I
enough.
mean, it's.
She's also trying to maintain
I'm like, I am taking 5 minutes to myself. By
Yeah.
5 minutes, I mean an hour, and it's not for myself because it's still going to be for the rest.
Yeah,
of you.
exactly.
Um,
I'm podcasting for you.
Yeah. Well, I laughed. I said on my way here, I didn't tell any of the girls I was doing it, and then on the way here, they're like, "Oh, this is happening." I'm like, "Listen, you don't know I'm doing this, but I'm going to do this, and you need to not call me for the next while." They're
That's
like,
hilarious.
"Oh, okay." And then
Shoot.
I was sitting here, and
spread the word.
Jackie's like, "Your phone's going off." I'm like,
Oh yeah.
they're like, "So I'm like, "Yep, I know. Okay, is it a right now page problem?"
Yes.
Like,
Good for
it's
you.
about prioritizing and trying to figure out, okay, can this wait? Because
Yes.
I love our fosters and I love our volunteers, but one thing I have found is that sometimes the bigger picture is not what everyone else sees, like I do.
Absolutely.
They're like, "Oh my God, the dog's nail's bleeding because I cut it too short," and I'm like, "Put some cornstarch on that shit and it'll be okay." Like,
Yeah.
and I'm kidding, like that's not how you would handle it, but my point being, like,
But you could.
yeah, you could. And it's like, in the grand scheme of things, we're here to help you, but I'm like, it's also okay.
Yeah.
it's okay.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, the toenail
It
is
is.
not such a big thing when you're trying to get a plane full of dogs loaded from Puerto Rico and bring them on home. And
Yeah,
you got
exactly.
bigger fish to fry, as it were.
Or dogs are in surgery, or dogs
Yeah.
are in,
Yeah, yeah.
you know,
or they're
being
transporting up from
relocated,
Texas, and
exactly, like,
it's
yeah,
a lot.
it's a lot. Absolutely, it's a lot. Well,
Or trying to pay the $10,000 vet bill. Like
yeah.
that's part of
Yeah,
it.
like does the
it's-
rescue have the money to front the bills?
Yeah.
Like getting the donations, all of that. It's big stress for sure.
It is, and then finding what's going to work to get money in the door.
Yes.
Like, is it going to be fundraisers? Is it going to be like the adoption fees? only cover-
Charizards.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
The adoption fee only covers so much.
Charizard.
It's gonna be.
That's gonna be the answer.
That's gonna be some dog food for
It's
you.
always
I mean
Charizard.
it. Yeah, we're gonna do that for you. Yeah, I've been thinking. I just want to help. Because I'm
Yeah.
hearing so many problems that are like at scale, but like at scale problems are just people at scale problems, really, right?
Yeah.
So it's just like how, I don't know. I'm just sitting here trying to formulate like what could one person do to help you
I love the
combat this
idea of
fucking.
doing like a portion of profits that goes
Yeah.
towards a rescue, right?
Yeah.
Like doing a series of promotions.
Or some t-shirt, like do a t-shirt lineup with,
Absolutely.
I don't know, something to just make it happen with you. Because
Yep.
I mean,
Even
that's
feature a dog once a week on your socials.
Let's
like,
do
that's
it.
big.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
I can do that for damn
Furry
sure.
Fridays, like
Oh yeah, I love that.
Let's do Furry
Friday.
Fridays. Let's get
Coming
one
at
adopted a
you.
week, yo. Let's go.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm down. I'm down to help
awesome.
any way I can. I'm just thinking about like all these volunteers. So I want to give a shout out to all your volunteers. I don't even know
Absolutely.
any of them personally yet. They're welcome to come on the show and talk about what they want to talk about. But yeah, just like that's a lot of love for
It is.
dogs.
Yes.
Because like none of that's for monetary gain. That's just people saying, I'm here to put in some work
Yep.
for these little cutie little bastards
Because I
running
believe
around.
in it.
Yeah, that's cool. It's very inspiring. I mean, I hope a lot of people end up hearing this episode and can do something for you or the dogs just to get it going, because
Yeah.
we got to make moves here. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
I
Well,
appreciate the chance to do it, because you know what, it's important. It's important for people to hear it, and I'm glad that I could be the pivotal person to show it.
well, thanks very much. I realize how busy like you really are. I've seen your phone go off
Yes.
56 times, and I'm like, we
Sorry.
probably shouldn't keep her here
I don't
too
care.
much longer. But I mean, honestly, yeah, just tell us what social should we make sure everybody knows about. We can list them in the
Yeah.
we'll list them in the bio for you, so we can
Perfect.
get you some followers and attention and
Absolutely.
stuff.
Amazing.
And, yeah. So yeah, shout them
Love
out.
it.
What do you got? What are we
So
following?
we have so you are following Positively Forever on Facebook,
Yep.
on Instagram,
Okay.
and on TikTok.
TikTok. I'm gonna have to
Love
try
it.
that one out. I'm an old boy. I don't know nothing about.
We
this.
haven't explored TikTok yet.
I know nothing of this.
Yeah, it's
tactic.
been a little bit talked.
I'm not gonna lie. So the Instagram Facebook world, it's easy because one talks
Yeah.
to the other. And I find, I know it's a pain in the butt, but like you gotta reload things on TikTok. And
There
I'm
you
like,
go.
Yeah.
it's an extra step, and
Is it working? Is it helping?
I find it's just a different platform. Like
That's
it's you're talking to different people.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah.
And I'm really we're really trying to use it more, but it's difficult. 'cause
Everything takes time.
it does, and you can't build it all at once.
No. No.
Rome was not built in a day, or at least I wasn't on that job. But
No. I doubt it was.
yeah.
you know what? It's one of those things. Like I don't think that there's anyone capable of doing it all at once, and I think we've made some pretty big strides. As have you guys. You guys like have
Yeah.
skyrocketed with this
Wow.
business.
I think though
Thank
you
you.
made me think of this when you were just speaking, because I do think the reality is like everything does take a little bit longer than even you
Ed
want.
Yeah.
said it best. Whatever you're aiming to do an endeavor on,
Double it.
double the amount of money and 4x the amount of time. That was his professional
Wow.
advice. Double the money
Interesting.
and 4x the time.
Unless it's nonprofit.
Unless
Yeah.
it's nonprofit, then you're never gonna double the money,
And it
and it
it's
goes
Six
forever.
X.
And it just
and it,
fucking-
it exponentially grows faster than you think it would.
Well, that's, I mean,
Yeah.
good on that part, but
It's
like I said,
amazing.
like it will certainly take the rest of the community and not just Paige pushing this rock up a hill. So like
Absolutely.
what
The
I'm
rock is getting really heavy, guys.
The rock.
Not gonna
Yeah.
lie.
yeah. So on that note, I'm gonna look right at that camera and I'm gonna say, "You motherfuckers, donate Get some shit going. Buy a bag of dog food.
Positively
Adopt
Forever.
a puppy. Positively Forever. Can we
Thank
wrap
you.
this one up?
Yeah,
Is that a
we
good
love it.
spot? Fucking right. That was awesome. Thanks so
Awesome.
much for
Thanks for
coming.
having me.
Yes, anytime. Anytime. Tell all your people with you they can come on too. Let's do it.
Awesome.
Bring them in. Right
Yeah,
on.
Thank you.
Thank you. That was awesome.